come to me. I deserve abundance. I am a disciplined trader. Come to me. I always stick to my trading rules and my trading plan. I see the market clearly and objectively, free of bias. I am surrounded by money. Abundance is my birthright. Wealth comes to me from many different sources. I allow the universe to bless me with abundance now. I trust that I will create abundance. I am magnetic to money, and it is magnetic to me. I move from poverty thinking to abundance thinking. I am becoming more and more prosperous every day.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Great grand rising to the royal family, Unc and Ma'at. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, please do go ahead and drop a 111 in the chat. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, drop a 111 in the chat for me, please. Let me know, let me know, let me know. All right, I see those ones, I see those ones. What's going? Share screen. All right, so let's make sure that is set up. Go ahead and go on to your brokers, guys. Go on to your brokers, ensure that your brokers are all set up as well. Ensure that your brokers are all set up. And we are ready to go. All right, let's see here. Just 1 second, guys. Ensure my soundboard over here is good.
All set, let's hit the road.
All right, let's go, let's go. All right, so we are on profits before sunrise. Let's go ahead, get this broker information off the screen. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, so the first thing that we want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we want to go to forexfactory.com. We're very transparent here on profits before sunrise. We don't try any gimmicks and any tricks. We literally analyze the market every single day, right? Using the best of skills that we have, and with a little bit of luck, usually end up profitable. But we have a method to how we do things. So the very first thing that we're going to start off by doing, we're going to start off by looking at, all right, so we're going to start off by looking at forexfactory.com. So go to forexfactory.com. Go to forexfactory.com. Go ahead and share forexfactory.com. Ensure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. All right. So September the 20th, Wednesday. Always ensure that you are looking at the correct date and time. Wow, the 20th already. September is done. All right. And I'm seeing here we're at 1 o'clock a.m. We had news on GBP. See, there are three different types of analysis, ladies and gentlemen. You have fundamental analysis, you have technical analysis, and you have sentimental analysis. What we're doing right now is really quickly, we're going to look at the fundamentals of the market, see if there are any news events that could potentially affect how we trade. And so we're looking at 1 o'clock a.m. GBP has CPI news, 1 o'clock p.m. USD news, 1:30 USD, 5:45 NZD, but nothing that is directly going to affect us at this time. Fed's fund rate on USD, major news. So you want to ensure that if you're in the market at 1 o'clock p.m., market may misbehave a little. So if you're going one way, the market might decide to go another way, might even spike you out. So be careful of that, ladies and gentlemen. Always check the news before you enter into trades. If you're holding a trade long, well, hey, there's nothing much you can do about that. But you don't want to definitely be trading binary trades and trade at 1 o'clock, go into a position and have it move against you. Okay. Next thing that we want to check is the currency strength indicator. All right. And we usually go to currencystrengthmeter.org to do that. And as you guys can see, euro is very strong, has a down arrow though, but very strong. Okay. Currency is very strong today. USD has only 3 bars, very weak. Plus it has a down arrow, getting weaker. All right. So a combination like Euro USD or Euro JPY is going to look good because the momentum should be pushing to the upside. Because if the first currency is greater than the second currency, ladies and gentlemen, we're going up. If the second currency is greater than the first, and we're going down. Going down, what do you mean? Going down meaning we're going to be short in the market. We're going to be selling any asset that we're trading. If we're going long, we're buying. That means we're going up. All right. So for Euro USD, we're going to be going up. For Euro JPY, we're going to be going up. For USD JPY, we're also going to be going up. And AUD JPY and AUD USD, we're going to be going up. So the market is looking very bullish. All right. Just by looking at this, we can assume the sentiment is that we are bullish on most pairs that we trade. I usually only trade about 1 to 3. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, now follow me on over to TradingView where we can start our analysis for the session. So which one would we start off trading first? I would say based on the currency strength meter, I would go with Euro JPY. All right, Euro JPY first. Why? Because it has the most difference. Then I'd go for Euro USD, then USD JPY. AUD JPY is the best right now because it's full blast for AUD, only 1 bar for JPY. My broker doesn't allow us to trade that, so I'm not going to be able to start off with that, but you can. For those of you who know how to trade, know the strategy, go right ahead and start your markup. All right. We're going to be starting off with Euro JPY. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to go to Euro JPY and let me take this and put this at the front. So I'm going to put that at the top to let myself know that I'm going up. The next thing is Euro USD, then USD JPY, and they're all green. So I flag it green so I can know that we're going up. All right. So I usually have a few indicators on my chart, the EMA, the moving average. I usually have an imbalance finder. And for those of you who are still new, trying to identify the pivots, you can go ahead and use the zigzag tool. We use that as well to identify the higher highs and the higher lows. And the RSI, of course, the RSI is our go-to tool to identify positions in the market. So right now we're actually looking good for a buy on USD JPY, but we're not going to start off with USD JPY just now. We're going to go to Euro JPY. And let us go ahead and see if there's anything that we can do there. No. How about Euro USD? If we're buying, we should be no. USD JPY. Okay, so USD JPY is looking good for a push up at the 15-minute after. I'm going to look to the left to see which potential floor we could be pushing off of. I see we have not floor, but well, yes, floor. We have a ceiling over here, and we're waiting to see if it will turn into a floor. So we have a ceiling here, it broke, and you can see price pushing on down. So one of the areas that we would use as a springboard to move up would be right here. Okay. I notice, however, that there are a couple other areas here. You can see the market kind of moving sideways right here. So I know that right here also is a solid zone where the price did not seem to break out of. It was going sideways. You see that, guys? So it's going up, rejected, up, rejected, up, rejected, up, rejected, finally up. Had a very big movement to the upside. Looks like a news event, and then rejected, and then it finally took off. Okay, so we're in the zone right now. RSI is actually oversold. This could be a potential move, but the truth is, when we looked at USD/JPY, it wasn't that strong of a distance between the currency's strength. So it's kind of like, indecisive, and not surprised, because if you know price action, you're going to see a lot of wicks, right? And these wicks represent a lot of indecision. The price moved all the way up and came all the way back down. Yet still, the body of the candle is very small. It means that the distance in which they traveled from the opening price to the closing price is not a whole lot. So again, that shows a lot of indecision in the market. So we're in a zone right now. And so what we're looking for is to see if price is going to break, bounce off that floor and push to the upside. If it breaks this area, we could see it bounce off this floor and push to the upside. We don't know which one. So what we do is wait to see. All right. We are now on the 15 after. And the truth is, it hasn't really broken as yet. So we wait. All right. We wait. So that's USD/JPY. You guys can keep an eye on that one. The time now is 17 after. Let me go ahead and see what Euro JPY and USD is doing. Let's go ahead and mark up for that and await its push up. Okay, we're seeing some movement here. Let me switch on over to the dual screen where we can see the 1 minute and the 5 minute together. Ooh, it has already started moving massively, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that 1 minute move at 516. So this was 515. This was the convincing candle that we would have gotten at 516, and we would be in the market for 3 minutes. One candlestick here that is already, ooh, look at that, guys. Can't want it any better than that. That is what you call a runaway trade. Did not get into that one. I hope you all got into it. Those of you who are on the chats over here in the class. I see one student has already taken it and cleared it. Awesome, awesome, awesome sauce right there. I see you, bro. I see you. So for me, I'm going to wait a little bit more to see if my setup is going to come. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
But look, it did exactly what we wanted it to do. All right. It did exactly what we wanted to do. You can see right here the reaction. All we need in binary trading is a reaction. All right. So we got that reaction. So I'm pretty much done with that trade right now. All right. So let me swing on over to Euro JPY. Again, if you caught it, wonderful. If you didn't, wonderful. Don't worry about it. All right. So we're on Euro JPY now, and we're looking on the 5 minute time frame to see if there are any trade ideas, anything here that could help us dive into this trade. And I'm just looking to see how the market looks. Well, look at that. We have a lot of imbalance in the market, and then we just kind of went into consolidation. So this is what we call expansion, ladies and gentlemen. It's not necessarily a trend. The market just expanded, okay, and then pushed sideways. So in a situation like this, what are we looking for? We have to find a place to enter the trade. And again, we are big proponents of trading the support and the resistance, or the supply and the demand of the market. And so I'm going to identify my ceilings and my floors, my support and my resistance areas, this being my resistance area, this being my support area. Okay. And what I'm looking for is to see if the price is going to give me a reaction of this area here, and then we're going to take it up. Now, if it breaks below, I'm going to be looking to see if she's going to take out the imbalance in this move. Yes, there is imbalance there. What is imbalance? Well, guys, you'd have to join our sessions to learn a little bit more about how we trade imbalances. Okay, it is a thing. All right, so we're going to assume that if the price breaks this floor, it could potentially take out the imbalance. It could also retest this area. So many things it can do, but definitely we're not going to jump the gun. We're very patient here. We wait and we attract our trades. We don't run down trades here, guys, because we understand that money follows those individuals who are patient. Patient. If you are patient, you get paid. Patience pays, guys. I kid you not. We've seen it time and time again. So if you just simply wait, market will give you what you want. It'll give you what you want. It'll give you what you want. All right.
I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want.
The market will give you what you want. So that's the alternative. So if we do not get this push up off the floor, if we don't get that push up off the floor, we should get a break and a retest of the ceiling. So that we'll wait for. All right. And how do we wait? Well, we just set our alert on the RSI. Once we get that alert, we know it's possibly time to look at the potential opportunity. All right. So we are not yet there. Let me go ahead and set my alert just in case she decides to push up. I'm not going to just sit here and watch her. For me, guys, that creates anxiety. I don't know about you, but if I just sit and just watch the trade, watch the candles print, it makes me want to trade. And I don't want to trade unless there is a trade. I have self-discipline. So let me just move over to Euro USD and see what's going on there. All right, so we have, let's turn this back off. So we have a movement to the upside. You will notice that my moving average changes colors. So when we are green on the EMA, it means that we are bullish. All right. When it's red, it means that we are bearish. We're in bearish mode. So as we track the market to see where our trade idea is, I always ask myself, where is the market going to retest next? So I have to kind of get a history, a story. So I look to the left and I start to analyze from the left. So as soon as I came to the chart, what did I do? I looked to the left and I saw this area right here. So I look for all those pivots. And this pivot here is showing me that we had a ceiling, that price tested once, tested twice, and then broke out. Once it broke out, it came back down, tested it once, tested it twice, and then pushed off. So it's already done with that floor. The next floor that I would look at would be right here. That's the ceiling, and I'm now waiting to see if price is going to pull back and give me a retest of that zone. So we're looking at a push up, a pull back, and a push again. If she breaks that area, then I could see a potential push on back down to this and then push up. All right. Also, I'm noting that there is a ceiling here as well. Tiny little ceiling here. So price could also get to that level, which looks kind of like the 61.8 if you are a Fibonacci retracement trader. And that looks like around about in the golden ratio. So if I were to go from low point to high point, boom, that's right in the golden ratio. So price could pull back to there as well. All right, so we're getting an alert on Euro JPY. Let's swing on over. Before we do that, let's set our alert on Euro USD, just so that we don't miss that one. All right, so we got the alert set there. And let's go back over to Euro JPY. All right, so Euro JPY is showing us that it's almost to the zone. It's almost there on the RSI. So let's go ahead and see if we can prepare ourselves for the 25 after move. I'm going to do a dual screen. And again, guys, you don't want to trade what you can't afford to lose. Okay. Always manage your risk. You don't want your emotions to override your logic when it comes on to trading in these markets. All right. You don't want your emotions to override your good judgment. So price push down, it seems as though we are getting some sort of a reaction back to the upside here. The 5-minute and the 1-minute are both oversold. So let's see if the price is going to want to give us a push up from here. Go ahead and set myself up on my broker, ensure that my investment amount and everything is set. I'm going to select 3 minutes on my clock. And guys, we are using an options broker that allows us to set the time. All right, so we can say, okay, we want to get in for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. All right, so as we wait here, we're looking to see if we're going to get a convincing candle. And we just got the convincing candle on the 58-second. On the 1 minute, well, on my broker, it did show that. I'm not sure if it showed it on your broker. So let me know if you guys saw a convincing candle or not. And you can feel free to let me know if you got into the trade or not. All right, let me know. So you're seeing the reaction. I don't have the 1 minute drawings as well as the 5-minute. I just don't want to see a lot of drawings on my 1 minute, so I don't have my 1 minute drawn up. But my 5-minute chart on the left is drawn up. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking for the reaction. I'm looking for the reaction off the floor and waiting for that push up. Now, trading binary and trading leverage, two different things. And we do both on this channel. We do both in Beyond the Charts, right? By the way, quick plug. If you are looking for mentorship, if you're looking for a community to trade with, we have a mentorship program by the name of Beyond the Charts. And we have called it Beyond the Charts because you're going beyond the charts when you dive into this. It's not just about charting and not just about technical analysis. It's more so about your mind. It's mindset. So we do a lot of work on our mind, okay, just to ensure that we have a sound mindset when it comes on to the charts, all right, and we trade as a community. So if that is something that might suit you, you can go ahead and drop in the comments beyond or go beyond, right? And we will be glad to introduce you to the team. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing is for sure. Whenever you get a reaction, you want to capitalize on that. It may not last. Like leverage, usually you are just in on binary for a quick second. Some people are in for 1 minute. Some people are in for 2 minutes. I am personally in for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I'm done with the trade. I'm out. I'm gone. See ya. All right. So you want to catch the reaction. It's really called scalping. Scalping the market really quickly. Okay. You're in and you're out. You want to catch the reaction. So in order to catch the reaction, ladies and gentlemen, we typically drop down to the 1 minute time frame. So we're trading on a 5-minute candlestick, but we drop down to the 1 minute time frame to catch the move. So for example, here we drop down to the 1 minute time frame. And as you can see, we would have, well, I got a convincing candle on my broker, which was about right here. So I'm in the trade at 271, okay? And I can see I'm just about there. I'm about to clear in 3, 2, 1. That's a clear. So guys, if you would have entered the market when I entered the market, again, I had a convincing candle on my broker right here. It was green, okay? And I get in for 3 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 3 minutes, okay? That would have created a clear for you. So if you guys were able to dive into that with me and clear, let me know. Oh, no. EJ left pocket options. I'm so sorry about that one. Cleared EJ. I see the clears. I see the clears. All right. All right. So that's how we do it. So my team cleared over here. Let's go. We always have a little celebration dance when we clear. Where is my thing? Let's pop some smoke.
Wait, wait. Hey, woo!
I usually like to do that. It's a nice little dance there. All right. So guys, you gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it. All right.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
You have to wait for it. Be patient. It will come. And once you get that reaction, pull the trigger. Guys, it might go your way, it might not. But what is true is that your analysis was on point. Your analysis was on point, and if the market decided to behave itself and do what it normally does, because we understand pattern recognition, the market will do what the market does. It has patterns, and we've identified these patterns. So you're seeing the result of sound technical analysis and a sound mindset execution to the T, you guys would have cleared. All right. So you could have invested 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, 10%. I don't know. Some of you might have invested your whole lot, right? And don't do that. Don't do that. All right. That's just irresponsible, guys. Risk management is key because you just never know with these markets. You see how price pushed up here and then it just dived right back down to entry. Do you think that is just a coincidence that price is hovering around my dotted line here? See that? Just hovering around our dotted line, went all the way up, bullish move, came all the way back down exactly to the T, pushing right back off, coming back down again to the T, pushing right back off. Something about that level, and we spotted it. Okay. So we're done with Euro JPY, ladies and gentlemen. Let us see what Euro USD has in store for me. We got a nice move on Euro USD. The only thing is RSI didn't get triggered, so we're not in the trade. And guys, we are ultra disciplined. If our move is not lined up the way we would like it, we don't deal with it. Why should we? We deserve the best. We deserve the best of the best when it comes on to trades. And so we only take the highest probability trade ideas. And so if it doesn't line up with our strategy, we make it walk. All right. We don't care how good it looks on paper. We don't care how good it looks on the market. If it doesn't line up on our trading plan, we don't take it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, some of you, I know, some of you may have taken the trade off the 50% line of the RSI. What do I mean? This line right here represents 50%. A lot of us trade like that. You have 70, which is overbought. You have 30, which is oversold. And then you have 50, which is somewhere right in between. All right? Somewhere right in between. So some of us, we trade off the 50 as well. All right. So this would have been an amazing trade opportunity for someone who trades off the 50 because RSI hit the 50 smack on. And then not only that, it observed our analysis. See that? See that, guys? You see that reaction? Price pushed up. When we got started, it was literally right here at 5 o'clock. Our analysis was for it to break out, come back down, retest almost to the T, guys. Look at that. Almost to the T. All right. We've been doing this for quite some time, guys. We know the market. We understand it. It's like a love-hate relationship. No, I don't hate the market, none at all. There's no hate here, market. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. All right. So we have another ceiling here. So my expectation after price breaks out of this area is we could potentially get another retest. All right. And we are going to just continue trending on up if it is the market wants to continue trending on up. All right. I'm seeing where we have a nice trend line that's formed right here. I'm not going to go ahead and draw it, but you know, for those of you who are a little bit more attuned, let me go ahead and draw it. Why not? So you see right here, this is what the trend looks like. Boom. See that? Market tapped right here. It tapped back right here. And we're just going to continue that trend until it gets broken. It can go into consolidation, or it could change trends and totally reverse. Either way, we're good to go. I see a student here saying in leverage, WTEU, in leverage, WT, in leverage. Oh, you went in on leverage on EU. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Yeah, and that's amazing. You know, sometimes we can trade binary and leverage simultaneously for those of us who have the skill. You know, we've been trading leverage for quite some time. Look, I just recently opened up an account just to test a broker, just to test it. Guys, I'm not gonna throw no exorbitant money in there, no 100, 200, $300 in there. No, I threw $20 in there just to check, just to see how the broker moves. And guys, I've been loving the ability to trade on TradingView. I've never really traded on TradingView. We've always traded on MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4, right? Different web terminals. But I started trading on TradingView itself, and I simply love it. All right. And so we do leverage trades later in the night at Profits After Dark. So far, we're about 70 plus pips into the week net, right? 3 amazing opportunities shared, 3 amazing trades that ran on leverage, and we collected them pips. Okay. That's leverage. Totally different from what we're doing right now. So one of my students was just saying they took a leverage trade on EU. And so wonderful. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let us see what else is going on. We're waiting on Euro USD to give us an alert. Let me go back to my single screen. Right, guys. So I started that $20 account, already took out my $20 from profit. So I'm trading a risk-free account right now, right? And I think I'm like at 40 something. I went up to $53, lost the trade yesterday. Unfortunately, I got distracted by some personal business, moved my stop into profit. And ladies and gentlemen, I learned something yesterday I didn't know before. I was saying it to one of my traders that I've never really thought about how the spread can affect your future gains, in that the spread moves. So if you move your take profit, your stop loss rather, into profit, and I usually move it to break even when I'm not watching the trade. So it's a risk-free trade. I move my stop loss, never move it back down or move it up. I move it into profit. I moved it into profit. Now listen to this, guys. The spread changed. And that's why I don't like holding trades too long. You just never know. The spread changed, and it changed significantly to like 3 pips or 3 ticks. It was US 30. 3 ticks. Guys, 3 ticks is a lot, right? And so when I moved my stop loss into profit, I moved it into profit like I think 1 or 2 ticks. Well, the spread was 3 ticks, which meant that you have to now make 3 ticks before you start to see profit. So with the spread is the brokers, like commissions. So 3 ticks would go to the broker first. When I moved my stop loss into profit, I moved it just above my entry point so I could break even, but I didn't break even because the spread changed. So when it came back down and took me out at my entry, I was in the negative because of the spread difference. I set it at about 1 or 2, but the broker was like at 3. So essentially, I needed to have cleared another 1 or 2 ticks to be in profit or to break even. So I'll somebody's saying, but you said you lost the trade. For me, that's a lesson. I learned how the spread can affect significantly. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let us go back to Euro JPY. All right, JPY is still hovering roundabout in the zone. Got nice push up, got another push up. Luckily, we cleared the trade. And so we wait to see if she's going to give us yet another move. So she's not done. Let me go ahead and check the currency strength meter just to double check, just to reassure myself that the market's doing what it's supposed to do. Let me refresh. All right, so euro has lost strength, and rightfully so. Remember, it had a red down arrow on it, so be very careful. All right, be very careful of euro, because that down arrow, it could continue to push the euro down, which means that it's going to get weaker, which means that its propensity to push to the upside is going to weaken. So it's not going to push with that much momentum. All right. I usually look at it like a arm. Like an arm. You know, like a quarterback has a very powerful arm and you can throw real good, right? I kind of see that distance as the strength of an arm. All right. So if it's wide, so like if the euro is stretched out here and the JPY is back here, it's kind of like I can see the power. If it's just close together, it might not be this big push. It might just be this little, okay, let me just toss the ball. It's not going to go that far and it's not going to go that strong. So anyone could probably intercept it, you know. That's kind of like how I see it in my mind sometimes. And so yeah, euro has a down arrow, losing strength. So be very careful of that. Remember, we have this next move here. And so we also said price could give us a move to the downside here, or it could come down and fill the imbalance. So we have a little wick right here. This is the end of the imbalance. If I were to turn on my imbalance finder, you guys would see it right there. Boom. See that the end of this big imbalance. So if price decides to pull on down, that would be my next entry. That, my friends, be a great binary trade as well. All right, because you would literally be going in, if she gets down to here, you would be risking just under the low here, you'd be risking around about 17 pips. You would be risking 17 pips for a potential, I usually go with the low of the body, a potential 31 pips. All right, so that is also a very nice looking leverage position. All right, we are bullish on Euro JPY, and unless she decides to turn and totally reverse on us, this is a good opportunity for a leverage position as well. If she pulls all the way down to the floor, that's also a good opportunity. Guys, I'm not afraid to take a lesson and get back in the trade. I could have entered too early, maybe have my stops too tight. The most important thing is the amount of money that you have made the decision to lose is already solidified in your trading plan and in your mind. So if you don't want to lose more than 3%, then ensure that your stop loss never exceeds 3%. All the stops that you're going to be taking should never exceed 3%. So I usually start off on the low. So might risk 1%. I might risk 1%. Therefore, I have 3 opportunities to get in the trade. Or I could just ensure that I risk 3% on my entire 17 pips. So whatever 3% is of your account, you can actually work it out so that your entire stop loss at whatever pippage it is, it represents 3% of your account. All right. So you can do those calculations as well. So this looks like an amazing leverage opportunity. Let's just wait to see what she wants to do. She's again dropping. I can turn on my alert to alert me when she's starting to push back up, or we can just eyeball it, sit here and watch it, which I'm not gonna do. All right, let's look at AUD JPY real quick. All right, AUD JPY is trending up nicely, breaking and testing, doing her thing. All right, you guys can see how she's moving. This was the last ceiling right here. Not last, but this was the ceiling in my view on the chart. I had one right here. Man, let's just start at the floor. So we had consolidation here. We had a breakout. We had a retest of the consolidated area. Price pushed up, created another ceiling here. You guys can watch the progression of the market. And this is why we have studied the market so much that we are very much aware how she moves, and we're content with how she moves. So you have the area where here where price pushed up, came back, retested, made a push. Impulse move to the upside, another impulse move, created yet another ceiling. You guys see that? Then came back down, retested the previous floor, which was once a ceiling. All right. Broke out of that, created another ceiling. All right. Price came back down, tested the floor, pushed off of that. Started to play around in this area, consolidating, then created another ceiling right here. Price tested it once, fell back to the zone, still consolidating, broke out, came back down, retested the zone, and she's pushing again. Guys, you see how repetitive this is? It's a pattern. All right, it's a pattern. Do something often enough, a ratio will appear. So the next zone that we're looking at would be right here. Guys, we're just moving with it, step by step. That's all, step by step. So now we'll be waiting to break out of that, retest it, keep pushing. Now, the reason for this very bullish momentum to the upside is not surprising, because we just look at the currency strength meter and AUD is blasting. AUD is solid. It's full strength and JPY is weak. So again, remember that arm, it has a cannon and it's shooting. So to catch this trade, you may be lucky. You might have to go off the 50% versus the 30% because of the momentum. It's moving up that quickly. All right. But that would be what we're waiting on. We're waiting on that breakout of that zone and a retest. We don't watch the market. We just set our alerts. All right. So boom, alert. Guys, it's 45 after. We've already cleared what, 1-2 trades. All right. If you did 3% and you took both, that would be 6%. If you only took the one I took, you took 1%, you're at 1. You took a 2% trade, you're at 2. You took a 3%, you're at 3. 5%, you're at 5. I don't know where you guys put your risk management, but I usually say one trade a day keeps poverty away. Just one trade. Depending on how you trade, you might do 1, you might do 2, you might do 3. I personally am satisfied when I get one trade a day and I'm good. All right. I've been doing that consistently for the last 3 to 4 years, almost 5 years. All right. I spent the first year or two learning, guys. I spent the first year to 2 years just learning the market, not necessarily trying to be profitable or anything like that. Just learning the market every day in the charts. You know, it takes at least 10,000 hours to master anything. So I see another student cleared. Yo, you're on a roll, man. You're on a roll. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait. Hey. Woo.
All right, I got you, bro. I see you. I see you. Cleared again. Cleared again. All right. Let's see. That's AUD JPY. You cleared the EU. All right. All right. Let's go back to the EU and see. What did she give us? Oh, I see. Got that nice push up right here. So this was at 530. So this is the one we took. And this was another push up right here. Another 50% move. So you could have cleared that one as well. Wonderful. I guess you're on the 1 minute chart. All right, great. Great. Guys, that's about the size of it. I don't really see any other trades that are setting up for the time being right now. Euro USD already moved. We got that. USD JPY also bullish. That's falling. Broke below our zone. So look at this. USD JPY. Remember what the currency strength was showing for USD. Y'all remember? Y'all don't remember. All right, no problem. Let's refresh our memory. Let's take a look at this. USD JPY. You see how low a probability trade that was, which is why I didn't even really want to focus on it too much. All right, you're a JPY saying she's ready. You see why I didn't want to focus on it too much? USD JPY. The arrows are moving counterproductive and the strength is weak. Okay, so not too interested in that. I didn't really focus much on that. Okay, Euro JPY, however, wow, it's already pushing. It's already pushing. It's already pushing. Don't think you're gonna get this one. It's oh, look at that. Look at her go. Already pushing. It's gone. That's wow. That's a big push, guys. She's off. She's off, off, off. So the convincing candle would have came right here. This would have been your entry right here. Okay, it's off. It's off and running. All right. So the 50, oh, well, no, this was the last minute. This is the last minute of the 50, the 45 candle. So the last minute. So this is the next move. This one, however, I would be a little bit more cautious because the 1 minute RSI is overbought and we could potentially see a push down. But hey, a lot of people will go for it anyway because the 5 minute just cross up and is looking good. We're at a zone. We're coming out of a convincing 5 minute 5 minute candle that closed bullish. So you could very well take that for the buy as well. Me personally, whenever I see big candles like this, I always like to see if she's going to fill the imbalance between here and here. All right. So the convincing candle would come just about right here. You guys would be in it to win it if you decided to take it. If not, don't worry about it. Let it ride and just watch and learn. It might just simply mean that the next time you see a convincing candle that's this huge, you may feel obligated to, not obligated, you may feel motivated to get in it same way. All right. You may be motivated to get in the same way. There she goes. I did not get in. I see a couple other students clearing it. That's awesome. The convincing candle would have been right after this candle. All right. So you'd be in it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you're in. All right. If you decide to take a leverage position, it would be looking something like that. You could feel free to put your stop loss right below the low if you wish. So you risk minimum amount of pips, 6 pips, and you could go for a push of 15 pips. Risk 6 pips for 15 pips. That could have been a move. All right. Trade with us often enough, guys. You'll start to learn a lot of our idiosyncrasies and you can dive into the markets with us as well. Time now is 5:52. I'm through. This was another amazing opportunity. You can see EJ just rocketing away. Man, I should have taken that trade. Too busy explaining this, but that's okay. So this would have been 1 minute, 2 minutes in. Let's see what the 3 minute looks like. Again, guys, mental note. You want to document the entire process. Document the entire process. So ladies and gentlemen, a lot of us, we just trade and then we're off. We go about our day. How do you learn? You're expecting to retain everything that happened within this hour and go duplicate it again and again and again. How you do that? How does anyone do that? You guys are special. You're talented. You're gifted. I know the average person doesn't retain things like that. All right. So my recommendation to you is to document. Write it down. Get a journal, ladies and gentlemen. Journal your trades. Every single trade you take, you should have a post analysis where you sit down and you journal. You write Euro JPY, 3 minute trade, convincing candle. Took EJ 5:55, 5:50 a.m. convincing candle. Why did you take it? Break and retest. 5 minute crossing the oversold. 1 minute, however, was overbought. A little hesitant. Convincing candle was very small. Previous candle was very big. And you document it. Took the trade anyway. Cleared the trade. Feeling okay. Or you could have done, took the trade, took an L, not liking that convincing candle. Be cautious. And so next time you are pre-trading, you're going over your previous notes. You're going over your previous day. You're going over your previous week. at the end of the week. Guys, you got to journal. You got to journal. I kid you not. The faintest ink, the faintest ink is better than the sharpest mind. Journal your trades. I beg you, do. Just write it down. No. And you don't have to put it in a book either. You could use an Excel file. We use Excel files. All right. We use Excel. We have a sheet and we document everything there as well. And so for those of you who are into binary or leverage trading, that was our session, guys. We actually did a little bit of both. For those of you who are interested in learning more, please do subscribe to the channel. We do drop a video every Wednesday where we live trade. Go ahead again, hit the like button. It does us a huge favor when you do that. It does the channel a huge service when you do that, because it helps us to touch many more lives and help many more people learn that this is a skill that can never be taken away from you, that can transform your financial future. All right. So for those of you who are inclined to do so, please do go ahead, go beyond in the comments below. Let me know if you like this session. Let me know if you dislike this session. Guys, if your strategy cannot stand up to scrutiny, then why are you even doing it? It's got to stand up. So I encourage those of you who may not like the way we trade, go ahead and drop those comments as well. I welcome them all. All right. Guys, with that being said, it is 5:56. That is our hour. We had two amazing trades. If it is that you took this trade, you may have taken an L. All right, because that would have been your 1 minute. If you took it for one, you would have cleared. You took it for two, you would have cleared. You took it for three, you just about took an L. Price dropped right below your entry. All right, so if you took an L, take your L like a champ, learn from your lesson, and keep it moving. See, this thing is about probabilities. It's about consistency. It's about having a system. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and most importantly, money. If you have a system, follow your system. If you don't have a system, create your system. If you don't have a system, borrow ours and use it. But use it. Don't just go out there with no system. That's not duplicatable. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our time. That is our time. We are through. All right. We are through. All right, I'm just checking the chats here. I'm seeing you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome, family. It was a good call. It was a good call. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right. All right, let's get this party going. Let's get this thing wrapped up. Boom. Let's get back to our 1 minute. Need to look at some stocks today. So again, leverage position, you guys would be in profits if you took that. All right. And we are through. Time now 58 after. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. I am your host, Mark with the C. Blake, your humble servant trader here with Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. I hope you enjoyed what we shared today. I hope you learned something, most importantly, and that you may have earned something as well. If not, please do go back, watch a couple of the videos, and you will see just how we trade. Make the decision to transform your life as well. All right. So with that being said, may the divine forces in me greet the divine forces in you. May you all manifest each and every heart's desire. Ashe family, one love. Have an amazing rest of your day. This is Mark with the C. I'm out, guys. Peace.